Mike Falco out here, Sensei Mike in North Carolina. And what I want to share with you today is I want to go over a little bit about how the style I teach, Shaolin Kempo Karate, found its way from Japan, from China, and from Japan to Hawaii through a man named Ed Parker, and to the style that we have today, that we teach, and that I think you'll find very exciting if you stay with this channel. Everybody knows about the Shaolin Temple in China. Little history: in 495 AD, a lone monk named Buddha Bhadra came to bring Buddhism, the principles of Buddhism, meditation, quieting one's mind. He brought this from India to China, and Emperor Z, who was the emperor at the time, loved this so much he wanted to give Buddha Bhadra some land to build the Shaolin Temple on, which he did. It's in the Shishan Mountains. It's called Forest of Little Trees, is the direct translation. And he began teaching Buddhism there to all his disciples, and many came, but it wasn't the Shaolin Temple that we know today. 100 years later, another monk, Bodhidharma, came, and he saw the monks in these seated positions, lotus positions, and meditating, and they had the spiritual aspect of their lives in very good order, but the physical aspect, they were getting very, very heavy. Their hearts were in bad shape. So he was so distressed by this, he went to a cave in the Shishan Mountains, Forest of Little Trees, and he began to meditate. His gaze was so powerful, he meditated for a year, and his gaze was so powerful. It is said today in the cave walls there exists 2 holes from his eyes, staring so intently at the wall. And after his meditation, he saw many insects, and he saw many little animals foraging and fighting. And from here, he developed a system of exercise which became known as Shaolin Kempo Kung Fu. And there's an interesting point here. After Bodhidharma's meditation, he noticed what was already there. And it's like that in our lives too. You know, sometimes when we're ready, we'll see things that were always there, and they'll make so much sense to us. It's a good lesson in that. To continue, many years went by, and a Shaolin monk named Master Chow had a son, William Chow. His son learned the ways of Shaolin and worked together with a Kempo master, a man named James Matosi. And it was here that Shaolin Kempo Kung Fu and that Shaolin Kung Fu and Kempo Karate came together. 2 very lethal styles into one very lethal hybrid, which is very popular today. Matosi worked with a man named Ed Parker. Now, Mr. Parker, almost by fate, was stationed over in Okinawa, Japan, where he met James Matosi. He took what he learned from James Matosi, brought it to the Americas, and he developed a style of fighting, an Americanized style of Shaolin Kempo Karate. It went from Mr. Parker to one of his students named Sensei Valare, who went to my teacher's sensei, my Shihan, who went to my sensei, and went to me. And I want to share with you this system called Shaolin Kempo Karate in the upcoming film. So please stay with us. You're going to learn a lot.